Good Monday morning, everybody. Chris here with High Seas Cruising, and welcome to the Cruise News. Today, we're going to talk about illness on a cruise ship. We're going to talk about a new venue on Princess Cruise Lines, and just to round out your Monday morning, we got a price increase, shockingly enough, from Carnival Cruise Lines. So let's get into the cruise news. We're going to start this off by telling a story. We're going to weave a tale here of intrigue. We're going to tell a story without a happy ending. So you leave your cruise cabin, any day of the cruise, you leave your cruise cabin and you're headed for lunch. You walk out the cabin, you head down the hallway, you hop in the elevator. You push the button, you ride up to the Lido deck, you hop off. Well, before you run inside, you gotta stop, use the restroom, you get done with that. Now, of course, you touch the door handle going in, you touch the door handle coming out, you head straight into the door, grab your plate, and start serving yourself up some food. Now, you sit down at your table, you're eating your food. Oh, got some on my fingers, let me lick my fingers, maybe wipe them on my napkin. Decide you want seconds. You head up there, grab the utensil again and get yourself some more food and repeat the process. And then the next day, you are sick. Your stomach hurts. You got stuff coming out both ends. You don't know why. How could this possibly happen on your vacation? Well, probably the one thing that was missing from that story is at no time did you stop and wash your hands. Now, I'm sure you're saying to yourself, I'm an adult. I know to wash my hands. I'm telling you, next time you are on a cruise, watch people coming in the buffet. Notice how many of them do not stop and wash their hands. Not saying to be some kind of weirdo in the bathroom, but notice who doesn't stop at the sink on their way out. They just grab the door handle and head right out the door, and you're going to be what, the next person to grab that door handle? And that is one way that Norovirus can be spread around a cruise ship. Now, we bring up Norovirus because Virgin Voyages Scarlet Lady, well, they just went through a good case of Norovirus. They had 3% of the people on board the ship come down with the symptoms. Now, Scarlet Lady holds about 2,700 passengers. 3% comes around to about 80 people. Now, that's not a whole lot, but anything over 2% still has to be reported to the CDC. And the passengers coming on board for the next voyage that sailed on the 13th, they had to be notified that there was a case on board. Now, while there are multiple ways that norovirus can be spread around a cruise ship, the number one thing you can do as a passenger to prevent it is wash your hands. And I know I'm talking to adults. We're not talking to children. Washing your hands should be something that you should automatically do, especially coming out of COVID with all that extra junk they piled on us from that. You'd think that hand washing would have stuck. But I'm telling you, go on your next cruise and you will see for yourself. Now, there were no changes to the Scarlet Lady's itinerary, no changes to her sailing, anything like that. There has been no reported cases on the current sailing that's happening, but it's just another reminder that, hey, you gotta look after yourself when you're out there cruising, because yeah, you skip that hand washing, you start to feel sick the next day. It's kind of hard to blame it on the cruise line when probably was pretty preventable. Next, Princess Cruise Lines. Well, they have unveiled a brand new venue that's going to be on board the Sun Princess. And they're calling this a cruise ship speakeasy with a magic show. And it's going to combine a magic show and specialty magical type cocktails that are inspired by the Magic Castle, which is an invite-only clubhouse for the Academy of Magical Arts. All right, so if you're into magic, you're into sleight of hand, you're into illusions, that type of thing, then this is going to be a venue you are going to want to check out. And it sounds like it's going to be really interesting. It's all kind of Victorian styled inside. They said that even the servers are going to be practiced in the art of sleight of hand. So when you order certain cocktails, you may get a certain trick that goes with it. Sounds like it's going to be pretty interesting, but there are a couple things about this new venue that Princess didn't answer. First off, so it is only a 30-seat theater, so it is definitely not very big. So with only 30 seats in it, that at least tells me that there's going to be some type of reservation system they're going to have to set up for this venue, because you have a ship with thousands of people on it. You obviously can't have them all trying to get into a room that only holds 30 people. So guarantee there'll be some type of reservation system. Now, knowing cruise lines, And this is just a guess because Princess has not said one way or another. But knowing cruise lines and the way they're doing things these days, would not surprise me if this venue will have an additional charge. It's going to kind of be treated like a special event, like a specialty type restaurant. There will be some type of fee to go with it. At least that is my prediction. Now, Princess has not said that there's going to be a reservation system. Princess has not said there's going to be a charge, at least not yet. All they've done at this point is release the venue and some information about the venue. But we'll see. Is my prediction going to be right, or is my prediction going to be wrong? As soon as Princess lets us know, we'll find out. And finally, Carnival Cruise Lines. Well, they have released the Faster to the Fun for 2024. So if you're looking to book Faster to the Fun on Carnival Cruise Lines, it is now going to be available. Now, if you're not familiar with Carnival's Faster to the Fun, several cruise lines have it. It is a program that you can purchase that gives you some extra perks. Gives you priority check-in. It gives you early access to your cabin, express luggage delivery, a dedicated phone number you can call, and a priority line at guest services, priority dining reservations, priority on tendering for the water shuttles, and priority disembarkation. But along with the release for 2024, Carnival has also decided to, surprise, surprise, raise the price. Now, this is something we've seen cruise lines do just about on anything and everything that they can recently. And, well, it looks like Carnival's decided Faster to the Fun will be no different. So if you decide to purchase Carnival's Faster to the Fun, understand it is one purchase per cabin and covers everybody in the cabin. So it's not per person, it's per cabin. If you are doing a 2 to 3 day sailing, it will be $69.95. That is an increase of $10. If you are doing a 4 to 5 day sailing, it will be $99.95 per cabin, also a $10 increase. For cruises that are 6 to 8 days long, it will be $139.95 unless you are sailing on an XL class ship, which is the Carnival Mardi Gras, the Carnival Celebration, and the soon-to-be Carnival Jubilee. Then that will be $159.95, also a $10 increase. And for any cruises that are 9 days or longer, it is going to be $189.95, a $20 increase. Now that is per cabin, not per person. Now this has to be purchased prior to the cruise. It is a pre-purchase option only and is not going to be available on any Carnival Journeys cruise or any cruise departing from Europe, Norfolk, or San Francisco. So it's just not available for cruises that depart from those locations. But no surprise here that a cruise line just doesn't miss the opportunity to get a few more dollars out of people. Now my question to you guys is going to be, do you find things like this, like Faster to the Fun for Carnival, the Key for Royal Caribbean, do you find these types of things actually beneficial? Do you actually purchase them and use them? I have gotten Faster to the Fun on Carnival before. We've actually tried it 2 times, and to be 100% honest with you, I saw no benefit to it whatsoever, at least not for me. Normally, I can always get a fairly early embarkation time anyway. I'm usually, I normally get 11:30, even as early as 10:30 without Faster to the Fun. So I'm still on the ship before lunch. The 2 times we've had it where they say your room is available earlier, my room was never available earlier. At best, you could drop your carry-on bag in your room and you still had to leave until 1:30. So I never had my room ready earlier. I use anytime dining, so a dining reservation really isn't an issue. In my opinion, getting on the tender boats, the water shuttles, well, that's just a headache no matter where you are in line. And me personally, I self-carry off my luggage when we're done at the end of the cruise, so I still get off fairly quickly, in the grand scheme of disembarkation. So for me personally, I just don't see a use of why I'm going to spend extra money for something I didn't really enjoy. Now, that's just me, though. You guys could have a whole different opinion on Fast to the Fun. You could have a whole different experience with one of these types of programs. And if you do, let me know in the comments below. I'm just curious to know how many people purchase these, and do you see an actual benefit from getting it? And that's going to be our cruise news for today. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and hit subscribe. It is free to do so. helps our channel grow. Let you know anytime we put out a new video. I hope everyone out there is having a really great day, and like always, we will see you out on the high seas.